Hello, Sunday, I think it is, I don't know anymore. I was going to do a live show every day to coincide with the time and the dates of my Edinburgh show that never was. But then I did it for 2 days and it wasn't technically brilliant, and I realised I had no idea what I was doing. Not that I ever do. So I didn't do that anymore, and I was going to do a video today, and then I went searching for the video on my phone, and I lost all the video. It wasn't showing up, and eventually I found it, and then I was like, what's the point? So that's me, haha. So I am going back to London in about 2 weeks' time. I'm back to work. Woohoo! Hello, people that are here. And I'm not sure what to think about it. Everyone's like, oh, it's great. There's nothing going on. Everything's opening up. It's all good. Everyone's happy. There's sunshine and lollipops and people are jumping and dancing and everything's fine. And I'm thinking, oh, hello, Philip. Hello, is everything fine? Is everything fine? I'm not sure because I did look, and it's apparently where I'm going to is only 8 times more than it is where I am at the moment. But it's not gone away here. 8 times is still 8 times, and that's quite low comparatively. There are some places where it's about 150 times, but then we won't go into that. Haha, what are you talking about? I'm not going to mention. You know what it is. You know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, where have you been? You must know what's going on. And if you're looking at this in the future, what happened then? What is it? 8 times? 150 times? What are you talking about? Well, just be glad that you're not here in the year 2020. 2020. If you had a crystal ball, would you ever, oh, what will happen in the year 2020? We'll have world peace and sunshine. We will have so many good things in the world. What are they going to be? What are they going to be? Why are you not answering me? Because I was lying. There's nothing. I can't think of anything. And the poor people that were getting their A-level grades last week, I did not have a nice time. I remember when I did my A-levels the first time, I did not have a nice time. It was mainly because of reasons, terrible reasons. My drama teacher was a perv, let's be honest, he was. If he's still watching, hello, I won't name names, but he was. But I did actually not very good in that. No, I didn't do very well in drama actually the first time, and in English, I actually passed English. I got more than I thought I was going to get. I actually did well, sort of. Well enough. It was like a tertiary college. And then in my art teacher decided he wasn't going to. 2, 3. My art teacher decided he wasn't going to turn up at all, and then he lost all of the coursework, so that was doomed. So I went and did another year, and then I decided I was going to apply to Cambridge. La 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 la. That's what I would do. I'd take another year and I'll do them all, and I actually got an interview, but then my mum wouldn't give me the bus fare. It's a sore subject, really. She said on the day you didn't pass your, because it was like, oh no. Doom. So I was going to take another year anyway and do extra ones, and I did French by correspondence course, and then realised I didn't know, I hadn't done GCSE French or anything. I didn't know enough to do the exam by correspondence course, so I gave that up. And then I did psychology, and then the psychology teacher about 3 months in went, I predict you will get an A. And I was like, don't be ridiculous. I'm not an A student. I'm going to give up, you liar. So I gave up because they told me I was going to get an A. And I thought, rubbish. So I didn't do that to the end. And then I did drama again. And I did more drama. I did extra drama. And then I got a decent mark in my drama. And then I went to sort of university. I got a university degree. It was a college that was associated with a university. It is a university of its own now, but when I went there, it was just like, what? And then, when I went there, I still had not great A-levels, but I'd retaken them, and I asked around, what did other people get? I was too terrible. I was like, shall I go through clearing, because this is better than I thought I was going to get? And it was like, no, you've got an offer, and you said yes to the offer. You can't go through clearing. You can't try for a better offer. And I was like, curses, I should have trusted in myself. Maybe I'd have got an A if I'd have actually listened to people, but I didn't, because I thought that was ridiculous. I was really good at psychology. I was like, this is so easy and it's so good and I'm so good. No, I'm not going to get an A, whatever. Anyway, I asked around at my actual college, and I had the highest A-levels of anyone. And my A-levels were rubbish, even with the retakes. Even after dropping loads. So, believe in yourself. That was a long time ago. I'm not sure you could get away with that now. It's high standards. But you know, you never know. Just take a year off. That's what I say. Take a year off. And I had troubles. I was a troubled youth. And there was things going on. And I read the autobiography of Stephen Fry. And I was like, he did cheque fraud. And he went to Cambridge. Shall I do that? Didn't do that. Or did I? I'll just leave that up to you. Anyway, he was a role model. A role model by being dishonest and terrible. And then I read the thing about Joe Orton, and Joe Orton had faced library books and gone to prison and then become massively famous. So I thought at the time, the way to become massively successful is to do petty crime, and then you can be rich and famous and go to all the best places. That's not how it works, it turns out. So I did not do well at that. That's what I thought was. So I didn't really try, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I'll try alcohol. I will drink all the alcohol. I know it is too much alcohol, and I've never had any alcohol since. Probably just as well, because I did all my alcohol when I was 17 before I was legally allowed to, and then stopped. Not completely, but I don't really drink anything really now. This is surprising. Yes, I don't really do anything. I'm living. Everyone's like, what are you on? I'm not on anything. I'm just high on life. Because life is so fantastic. It's not. It's terrible. But it has that effect, doesn't it? Yes. Anyway, what am I talking about? Hey kids, if you fail all your A-levels, which is not your fault because it was class and society and you have been ruined. But at least it wasn't Stephen Fry and Joe Orton that ruined it for you. And the alcohol and the other things that happened that year that were like, it was just a bad year really. It's a bad time. The worst time to do exams and that sort of thing, I think, is when you're a teenager. Because when you're a teenager, you don't know what's going on. It's the worst time. What they should do is let you play and dance, and then when you're about 30 or 40, they should say, you can do something academic now if you want. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the academic stuff. Because when I went to college, all the best students were the mature students. I mean, mature as anything over 25, but everyone that was older than that was really good, and they were getting the best marks because they were into it. Whereas all us youngsters are like, party, let's go to the disco, la 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 la. I didn't go to the disco. It's way after disco times. I might be old, but I'm not disco old. But they did have nightclubs, and I went to a nightclub. Like the first day that I went to college, I was like, oh, I don't really want this. And somebody said, hey, let's go out and let's smoke some drugs and go down the road. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I've never done that before. So I was just about to get in the car and go, yeah, I'll do that. And then somebody says, do you really want to do that? Shouldn't you go to a lecture instead? And I was like, yeah, all right then. So then I went to lectures instead. Not very many, but I just about got a degree. Whoa. And it did me absolutely no good at all. Yay. So basically, education, if you're already rich and your parents are quite wealthy and they know all the people to get you the jobs, then you can go to the best schools and the best colleges and get the jobs. And if you're not, then you're basically buggered. So it probably doesn't really matter if you got U's across the board, because it's a class society. This society is so sorry to be like, life is not what you make it, life is what other people make it. So it's probably just as well you learn now that they're going to on you from above, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can spend years, like I wake up every day and I go, I should do something productive today. I should do something interesting today. I should do something creative today. I should do something with my life. And then I don't. And then I think, I woke up yesterday and went, I never do these things that I mean to do. And then I thought, that was my life. I never did those things that I meant to do. That's everyone's life, unless you're Donald Trump or somebody. La, 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 la. I'm not actually on the coffee either, Ed. This is just me. Why does everybody go, why do you, la, 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 la. This is just, I can self-regulate. Zen calm. Boop, 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 boop. Zen calm. Please do not criticize how I am. I will get very angry indeed, even if you're my bestest friend. Don't tell me what to do. That's told you. No, don't get offended or anything. I don't really mind. It doesn't matter. It's hot. Basically, that's what it is. It's very humid today. My hair might sort of bear witness. Look, it's static. You'd think that was dry heat, but it's a mixture of dry and wet heat. It's very rainy outside. It's probably going to be a thunderstorm. That's what it is. It's humid and staticky. Yes, I think there will be a thunder on the way. A good way to tell. So basically, this is Elise's life. So I've driven everyone away. Only 2 of you left listening to my philosophy of life. Life is terrible, and then it ends, which is the same as life is shh, and then you t. But I don't want to say the word shh or t, because I don't know what the algorithms say. Algorithms are bad. Algorithms have ruined a lot of people's lives this week, as we all know if we live in the Britain. Terrible things happen if you let an algorithm into your life. Algorithms, they have ruined everything. Probably that's what the thing that's affecting all of us this year is actually an algorithm that's been let into the loose. Let into the loose. Just me and you, yeah. Just me and you, Ed, and I've alienated you and driven you away. My oldest friend. I'm like, don't tell me what to do, oldest friend. Just me in a room. Not even a room, in a corridor. Woo. Friends don't let friends use algorithms. You're quite right, Philip. No. Is this in tune? Let's do a song about the week. It wasn't A. That would be A if it was in tune. Boom, boom, boom. That's not even a little bit in tune. Anyway, I'll tune this while I'm talking to you. So this room is a great room. This room, the walls. How's it gone so out of tune? It's probably the atmosphere. I'll tune it. Oops. Tune it into itself. Yes, exactly. They're having a little conversation on their own. Just say no to algorithms, folks. Just say no. Bim, boom, bim, boom, 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 bim, 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 bum, 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 bum. That'll do. Bim, 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 bum, 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 bum. Or that one. Boom, 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 boom. Bim, 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 bim. Bim, 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 bim. That'll do. Oh, that's not right. Boom. Where have I gone wrong? Dee, dee, dee. Do, 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 do. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, that one. Dee, 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 dee. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Top string is out, yeah. I'm tuning it for itself. Tell me when it's right. Bim, 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 bim. Bim, bim, bim. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm afraid it's going to break. No, it's near enough. It's in with itself. Elise tuning, not quite right, but it's tuned to itself. because they're all tuned to each other, it's 9. I don't want to waste any more time, so I'm just gonna do a slightly out of tune guitar, not as out of tune as it was. It's almost. Ed, stop being so rude. Oh, sorry, my dad's just gone to the room, so is that nearly there? Is that an E? Is that an E? Probably not an E. Is that an E? Is that an E? Is that an E? Is that an E? It's probably not an E. Oh, maybe I should tune it off. I've spent all this time doing this and nobody's interested. Almost. Use harmonics. I don't know what that is. I'm not musical. Use harmonics. E. Other thing. E, A. A. What? I know what that is. That's what I was doing. When the beats come, I know how to tune a guitar. I'm just not doing it right. You have to start with the right one. I just did it wrong. It's just I'm too hot to know what I'm doing. No, over. That's completely wrong. Oh, that's fine, is it? That can't be fine. That sounds wrong. No, that's not right. I'm sorry, that's not right. It's something. Anyway, How to Not Tune a Guitar by Elise, who's got a blinky eye, and I think I've got a cut on it. Ow! And I'm sweating into the cut. Women don't sweat, they perspire, and that's why I'm sweating, or like a sweaty sweater. No, you're doing what you're comfy with. Oh, I see. So I thought you were like, fine, you do what you want. No, it's not fine, it's wrong. I was doing the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was doing that, and then I was tuning it to that, tuning it to that, tuning it to the scream. So I was doing the right thing. I was just doing it wrong. As is often the way, I was doing the right thing, I was just doing it wrong, completely wrong this whole time. Anyway, my whole point is, it doesn't matter what you do in life, you'll do it wrong if you didn't start off in the right way. So this is basically me doing a metaphor for life. You can spend absolutely ages tuning it and making it amazing. I don't really need it. It's fine. It's just wrong. This is my metaphor, see, Ed. This is exactly what I meant to be doing. I tuned it wrong because I didn't have it right at the beginning, which is the metaphor for life. You see? So it doesn't matter where you're coming from. If you don't have the right knobby background, then yeah, I'm basically Arnold Rimmer with a terrible out of tune guitar and a lot of hair. A lot of hair! Grow it, show it, long as it gets very, very fuzzy in the lightning storm. It's a metaphor. You can challenge me on that, Ed, but it's a blooming metaphor. Metaphor for everything. I will tune it in my own time, and maybe I'll actually learn to play the guitar one day. But it's been a while since I had the first guitar, and I haven't learned it yet. So why should I learn it now? Basically, if you don't start right, you never get there. Straighten up and fly right, boom. Yeah, it's all just gone to. Just basically, this has been me tuning a guitar. What an exciting thing to watch, me ranting about life and yum 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 yum. So yeah, so if you go back and watch the things I did last week, I did all sorts of amazing stuff. It was so good. The first one, you can't even see it, but not that you want to, because it's basically, yeah. And then the second one, you could see it, but really couldn't remember I didn't know what I was doing. I never know what I was doing. Basically the story of my life. So in 2 weeks' time I'll go back to London. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what for. I'm not sure what's happening anymore. It's all... Do you? Well, allegories. Whether it's a crocodile or an allegory, who can tell? What's the difference? An allegory's got a long snout. Da-dum, and a crocodile will bite you in the backside. That's the difference between an allegory and a crocodile. Never smile at an allegory. It sounds great. Oh, I've just tuned mine and it sounds great. Oh, yeah, la-di-da. I can do music. You know I loves your head. You knows I do. It's all in jest. It all depends on that E string. E string. The E string is where it's at. Where it's at, hep cats. Whoa, I'm down with the kids. If it's 1952, I'm right in there. Hep, hep, hep. Hep, 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 hep. 1952, when I was only 107 years old. Oh, those were the days, my youth. Get the E in your head and you work exactly. Get the E and you'll get... Is that nearly an E? Could be E. If I go E, then it's E. E, by gum, it's an E. There, one of them is not an E. One of these things is not like another. I know there's an E and then it ends. It starts with an E and it ends with an E. And in the middle is some more letters. Nya, 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 nya. Which generation am I now? Well, if I was 107 in 1952, and 1952 was 50, 60, 52, 62, 70, 82, what year is it now? 58 years ago. And then 7 and 8 is 13, and I'm very long time ago. I'm in the very, very best generation of all. So that was the generation that was around in the decadence era. 68 on top of 100, so 770. I'm old. I'm 170 something. I can't remember numbers. Anyway, I was alive back in the day, born in 170. Like in the 1840s. 1840s, that was my era. 1840s, yeah. First census in 1841, and I was in it. I was in the first 1841 census. There I was. Oh, I was just a little one. Not 1840. Oh, those were the days, yeah. Cockney. Yeah. Yes, I do call myself a travelling circus. I was a flea circus and I still am. This is all perspective. You think that I'm massive. I'm a flea size. See that? A flea. It's so tiny you can't see it. And I am that tiny, except more tiny than that, because how tiny is that? A flea on top of a flea on top of a flea. I'm a flea circus. 1841 I was born. Oh, just a nipper, tiny little flea. Like in a doll's house. A doll's house is luxury. Huge doll's house. It's just floating around in a doll's house. Flee. Bing. That is how old I am. In my 170s. So long ago. I remember the days. The first Victorian days. She'd been there. She'd been on the throne for four years or something like that. In 1841, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember, it's a long time ago. Expect me to remember the history of my youth? Ages ago. I do, I look okay for 170. I look terrible for any other age, so it's a good job I'm over 170, because I'm holding up well for that. Any other age? No, my goodness me. Yeah, Victoria, there was a queen, queen after my own heart, blah, 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 blah. She had a crown, and she had things, and she was terrible. She stole everybody's jewels and stomped away. She never left her house, and yet she owned the whole world. Terrible. Pretty terrible. Imagine that, never leaving England. She probably left sometime. She didn't go very far. She went to the Isle of Wight. Yeah, God blimey, strike a light, governor. I was a Cockney sparrow. I was in this, Oliver Twist, that was me. It was all about me, little flea circus, Oliver Twist, la la la, chickens. Oh, I knew him, man and boy, I did. La 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 la. True, Utterly true. Would I lie to you? Nah. Nah. Apples and pears. Up the stairs. Fetch a pail of water. Yeah, anyway. Apples and stairs up the stairs. Yes, exactly. Up the apples and pears to the landing. Exactly. Blah, 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 blah. Up you go. Down you go. Fa, 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 fa. La. La. And that there, Eliza Doolittle, that was me too. La 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 la. Oh, I'm gonna go to the ball. And I was like, oh, I'm so posh now. Oh, the rain in Spain. It falls mainly on Spain, mainly because that's where it is, in Spain. You don't believe me? How could you disbelieve me? Did I ever learn to speak proper? Of course I did. Because I'm Eliza Doolittle. Blah, 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 blah. But I like to go racing on the horses. And then I went very posh. Very posh indeed. I don't know what posh accent that is, from where. It's from somewhere. Not very posh. I don't know. Did I learn to speak proper? Nah. Nah! See, if only I really had been a real EastEnder, I could have been on EastEnders. I'd have made a fortune. Apples and pears. Yeah, I got, leave it. Leave it. Oh, boo. I am Queen Vic. Yeah. And I could have been in the Shane Ritchie films and everything. But I'm not a Cockney. Even though I am Oliver Twist and I'm obviously Eliza Doolittle. But they bred it out of me, so now I can't be on EastEnders. Professor Henry Higgins, you dig me in. And now I can't be a genuine Cockney anymore. It's very, very, very sad. You've been on EastEnders, have you? I've not been on EastEnders. That's one thing I've never done. One of the many things I've never done in my 170 odd years is live pointers. It absolutely isn't, but it is. You just have to go with it. Like I said, this is my life story, all the way from being a little flea in a flea circus to Oliver Twist and Eliza Doolittle. Oh, did you, Ed? Oh, that's very exciting. Apparently, Ed, one of the people talking, was on EastEnders. I suppose you can go back and find. He was in prison. My goodness. Was EastEnders in prison once? Wow, that's very impressive. I've not been on EastEnders at all. I have been to the place where they film EastEnders. I had an audition for a film called Suffragette, and they called me there and they looked at my hair and they went, your hair's dyed, and I'm like, no it isn't. They're like, wait, yes it is, go away, blah 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 blah. And I was like, this is the natural colour of my hair and I can prove this because everybody buggering else has gone grey over this lockdown, and look, this is the actual colour of my hair. It's the exact same colour it was when I started because I didn't dye it. But they would refuse to believe me, and they sent me home with a flea in my ear, with myself in my ear, and off I went, and I was like, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo, my hair is not dyed. And then I did not get into being Suffragette. I have a feeling that what they actually wanted was they wanted to shave off people's hair and make it into wigs, because I saw clips of that film, and every single actor in it had a big wig on. Basically, they did not want us, they wanted our hair, and then they would grind us up into a meat factory, like sausages out of us or something. That's what the plan was, but I was thwarting them by them thinking that my hair was dyed, which it isn't. This is it. See how it gleams and flies away. Fly away hair, fly away like a flea in my ear. You might think I'm losing it, but I never had it in the first place, so that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. And so I'm very jealous of the that are now, because they're going back to performing in live venues, and it's all good, and that's all in the past. 170 years ago, when I was in my flea circus, it was all new and exciting, but it's gone. And I never even managed to tune my guitar. Oh, so sad. And I should be, at the moment, partying it up in Edinburgh for the festival. But I'm not, because there isn't one. And there's other things going on in the world, and everybody's like, boo-hoo, my life is terrible. And I'm like, yep, sing it, sister, your life is terrible, and everyone else is too. There's probably amazing people with amazing lives, and good luck to them. I don't know who they are, mostly politicians by the seam of it. They seem to be rolling in happiness. Ha ha ha, they're going all the way to the bank. Look at my money, the billionaires. The billionaires that made like 700 billion. You know, there's not that many billionaires. How did they do it? By exploiting us? In my 170 years, you'd think I'd have saved some money. But I didn't. And that's on me. I could have exploited them all. But I didn't. Because I was a flea. So basically that's... Anyway, the moral of this story is... basically, So I will see you again next week. I will try, because I have found the video that I was trying to find. Not that it's probably worth it, but I was in quarantine for about 14 days. But then my mum has got an operation coming up on her eyes. And so she was in quarantine for another couple of days. So I'm still in quarantine until next Thursday. Well, there was a story. Ed! So rude. Yes, so basically I was in quarantine and now I'm not still in quarantine, and basically it's driving me mad. Than I was. But that's fine, whatever. There is a story somewhere in there, but you're just not clever enough to see it if you didn't see it. Exactly. It's not on me, it's on you. Anyway, I will see you soon, and I'll try and dig it up. I literally dig it up because the video that I couldn't find was me digging up the back garden in effort. It was an effort to find some because I had a metal detector. Anyway, it amused me. It's probably not great. I'll check it out. Maybe that'll appear sometime. But I'll come next week. Okay. No, I won't. I'll come here next week. That's not what I meant to say. I will come here next week and do this again. Whatever this is. La 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 la. I will. Okay then. Bye bye. Thank you very much, Ed. Thank you very much, Philip. Thank you very much, other people that are here. Let's see. Douglas. And that's it really, isn't it? Anyway, bye.